Hi everyone, it's Cliff here for YC Test Drive. Thank you so much for those that are following YC Test Drive YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. You guys are actually the reason why I keep on producing content. Some of you, like those that enjoy village trip content, might be asking, where is the village trip content? I actually have quite a lot of content, village trip content, like this video, or this kind of videos. Even videos from last year, December, like this
So we
video.
are going with the Prado.
I've not shared, or I've not gotten time, I've not, this English, I've not, how do you say it? I could not get time to put this content together. I've been so busy lately. So I apologize for those that enjoy village trip content, and let me know if you would want me to release any village trip content. All right, today in this video, I'm going to share with you the experience of living with this car. This has been my daily driver car for almost a year now. I'll share with you the costs involved with living with this car. Some of you might know I used to have a VW Passat. I like playing around with cars, changing their looks after some time. My Passat, when I got it, it used to look like this. After some time, I changed it. I put some rims on it. It looked like this. By the time I made a video with that Passat, it looked like this. In fact, it's the first car I've ever done a video of on my YouTube channel, at this right point, this right place, this specific place. So I want to do the same with this car, even though not extreme like I did with the Passat. I want you to join me in this journey, making this car look different. This car I was given, or we were given this car by my parents on my wife's side, like a year ago. So after getting it, a couple of things that we want to change with this car. For example, this light, let me show you. This light here looks different from this light. This is a xenon light. I would prefer more of a xenon light. All right, so probably I would look around at scrapyard and try to find a light like that one on this side. This is a normal light. So this car does not have fog lights, so hopefully I can find something like fog lights and change it a little bit. We'll play around with this car, just making it look different. The rims, I still like them. It has this 15-inch rim. I'm not sure if this is the original rim, this Meg rim, because I've seen a number of Fiesta with this specific rim, or maybe Tangi might have put a different rim on this car. So we'll see about that. I like the fact that it has indicators on the mirrors. One of the things that we would like to change would be this one. If you look at this door, it has a dent here. We are not going to do it this time around, probably next year. I just want to prepare this car for December. We want to drive 3,000 kilometers with me and my family with this car. So the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to do the service. So tomorrow on Monday, this car should go in for service. We are not going to do more of cosmetic of this car at this moment because we're just preparing it for going home. We've put new tires already. I'm not going to add those costs on the costs of living with this car. We have done suspension and a couple of things already. But we are not going to put those costs into these videos. We are going to start from now, from the first service. I want to see how much it costs to service this car. I also want to see, I want to do wheel alignment before we go. It's one of the things that I do before I travel, make sure that the wheel alignment, wheel balancing is done. I also want to remove this tint. This tint, it's not so good anymore. Especially reversing in the night, it's really not good because of these scratches. I want to remove it and see how much that would cost. There are some scratches here. You might not even see them. There are some scratches here. You might not see them because they are very fine, but when you are inside, you can see them. I want to see if these guys, the Zimbabwean guys that cleans the window, I want to see if I can clean that nicely so that it becomes similar to the other side. So there are a couple of things that we want to do here. Probably also check the brakes. I also want to see if the brakes are good or if there's a need to put new brakes on there before we travel. One of the things I've been saying for almost a year now that I want to do the deep clean in this car. So I want to save the cost as much as possible. If you know people that does deep clean of our seats. I want to clean these seats nicely. That's why I always prefer leather interior, because it doesn't do this. So this cloth interior, we removed the seat covers that Meme had here, and then now this seats got so dirty now. So I've been wanting to do that, so this is the time that I will do that. And then apart from that, the radio, we cannot change this radio. It's very difficult. I'm not going to change the radio. We are going to leave the radio like that. Probably just put new speakers, sound system in, speakers here, and a subwoofer plus an amplifier. We don't want to put too much subwoofer because there's not much of space at the back. Okay, and we want to have luggage for 4 people. The boot space here at the back is not so bad. Okay, look at the boot space. Don't worry about the dress in there. The boot space at the back is not so bad for the 4 of us. Alright, so we've decided to keep this car since we were given it by our parents. And then, of course, from next year onward, we will do a couple of things. With you guys. I want you to help me see what else we can do on this car and make it look different. The color, we keep it the same. Probably we might need to repaint this car, especially the door on the other side and the dent, just to make it look the same. So the first thing that we are going to do is I'm going to share with you the costs of changing oil or servicing this car. So I want to do the spark plugs, changing of oil and filters, and check the brakes, and do the alignment, and do the wheel balancing, the windows, and so forth. So let's go together, let's share the journey, and I want to see if this car will make it for 3,000 kilometers when we drive it. Let's just go in and then we drive back. Now we're driving back to Windhoek. Let me pull the window. Okay, so I would say this car is not really so soundproofed. So you can hear the sound from outside. Okay, the windows mine is, yeah, you can hear the sound from outside, but it's actually better than the Polo Zoomy. You remember I drove a Polo Zoomy last time. It's one of probably my second video when I started YouTube. Zoomy, I could hear the sound of noise outside compared to this one. This is more soundproofed. But because there's plastic in here, you can hear the rattling. And sometimes when you have things in here, in glove box and things like that, at the back, you can hear that. But otherwise, it's really quite well soundproofed for the kind of a car it is and the model it is. So this is a 2010 model, but it's still, how many years is that? That's now 13 years. It's an old car, but driving it, feeling it like this, it's actually better than these other new cars that you buy nowadays. Really, it drives good. The only thing is that it does not have cruise control. So the fact that it does not have cruise control, it always means that you have to be controlling the speed all the time. So for long distances, like going to Katima, you need cruise control. I always want cruise control. It really makes life easier. Sunshine, and I'm sun-kissed. So yeah, I'm not going to do a review on this car yet. We are going to be discussing about that. I'm now doing YouTube full-time, so I'm going to be sharing with you a lot of videos now mostly about this car, and we are going to be discussing about other cars and so forth. So please, my followers, I really appreciate you supporting me, and I really appreciate the fact that some of you has been writing to me, finding out if I'm okay, because it took so long before I could release a video. I've been so busy, and YouTube is really quite challenging to make sure that I make videos that you would also like. Sometimes you are not in the mood of making a video. Sometimes you are just not in there to really make a video. But sometimes it's very hard on YouTube. And editing is also really quite hard. So for those that enjoy village trip content, please let me know in the comments below if you'd want me to produce village trip content for you. But I have a lot of it. It takes time for me to edit it, and sometimes I put more effort in it, and the views are quite low, so it's kind of demoralizing. But with your support, for those that are following the YouTube channel, really appreciate it. And I'm going to try by all means. If you want me to release those videos or to put this content together, for those that enjoy village trip content, please let me know. And I would want you, if I do it, I would like you to help me share it so that people can watch it, and then that would motivate me to do more. Alright, so I'm driving back to the city now. Thank you so much. I just wanted to introduce you to the Ford Fiesta. So this Ford Fiesta has, it's a 2010 model. It has 71 kilowatts, so it's not so powerful. It's a 1.4, which then produces about 128 Newton meter of torque. So I'm not going to do a review now. We are going to discuss about this car more in detail as I release content for you. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video when we take this car for change of oil tomorrow on Monday.